Welcome to Intellify. Today I'll discuss the NEP, that is the National Education Policy. Unlike the olden days where we followed the system of 10th, then 12th, and then opting for 3 years or 4 years or 5 years of education according to your degree, it will not be the same anymore, and it is going to change soon as the next year. The National Education Policy was announced by the Ministry of Education. Yes, the Ministry of Education, because the MHRD ministry was renamed as Ministry of Education, and this system will follow the 5+3+3 system of education. This plan or this policy will transform the educational sector in India. The 5+3+3 foundation, or the 5+3+3 educational system, goes as follows. The first 5 years of this educational system is the foundational course for children. The foundational course consists of 3 years of pre-primary education, which consists of 1 year of preschool and 2 years of junior KG and senior KG, up till the standard of second, where children are aged up till 6 in this very sector. And this 5 years of education will focus on playfully learning and practically learning, and therefore decreasing the baggage on the children's shoulder. The next 3 years is called the preparatory years, which are the classes which consist of the classes 3 to 5. Now, in this 3 to 5 years, unlike the previous time or the past times where we had to compulsorily learn the language of English and compulsorily learn the language of whichever regional sector we lived in, has been scrapped out. Now there will be 3 languages that the student must learn. One will be their own mother tongue or the regional language or the home spoken language they want to learn. The second will be Hindi, and the third will be any foreign language they wish to learn. It could be English, it could be German, it could be French. Now, this is not sure that it will be only restricted till 5th standard or the 8th standard. That will come further as we get the news. But yes, the bilingual learning or teaching has been scrapped out, and students will have to learn 3 languages henceforth. The other 3 years of this educational program is called the middle school years, and the other 3 years are called the secondary school years. Children, like before, where they skipped learning throughout the year and they focused only on the past few months before their boards to study and easily maybe score marks, cannot do anymore now, because the last 3 years of this of the secondary school will have semester-wise exams, and all the scores you have scored in all these semesters will be counted in your final result. Now, suppose you scored in one semester you scored 40 out of 50, in the other semester you scored 50 out of 50 in your 8th standard, then in 9th standard you scored 30 out of 50, and then in the second semester of the 9th standard you scored 40 out of 50, and then in 10th standard semester you scored 20 out of 30, 20 out of 50 or 50 out of 50. All these semester scores will be considered and taken an average, and that's how your report card will be formed. So you have to study anyway. And fun fact, that now the boards will be held twice a year to decrease the pressure on students, and the boards will be conducted easier. The second boards which will be conducted will be to improve their marks. If the student wants to improve their marks, they can improve, and it would be easier than the previous boards. Now, coming to college, the students who are going to go in college in their undergraduate years, if you have not scored the proper score in your 12th standard or in your last year of the 5 plus 3 plus 3 sector, you can now opt for CATs, that is, or SATs. That will be a common entrance exam for the students who have not scored enough, or the students who are not being able to score enough in their boards can opt for this exam. It will be compulsory or not compulsory, we do not know as of now. And if they can then use this common entrance exam scores to enter into the preferred college. For example, if I do not score properly in my boards or in my final years of my 5 plus 3 plus 3 educational scheme, I can opt for this common entrance exam test compulsorily, or maybe that will the future will decide, or the announcements will be made. And on that basis, I can still go to the preferred college if I get the desired scores. This system is opted from the United States, where it's just like the SATs, where the students take SATs to enter their colleges. Similarly, now the students will have to take the common entrance test to enter their preferred colleges. And these common entrance exam tests also will be conducted twice a year for the students to lessen the pressure. Students will also be encouraged to learn Sanskrit during their schooling years, as it is one of our major languages in India. And going further, if you have to study chemistry, but you're still interested in say cooking, or say arts or theater, then you can still opt both subjects simultaneously in school as well as in your college years. Therefore, there will be no separate streams like they were before, and you can easily pursue whatever you like. Now, there are these specifications, or if there are any pools. Suppose there is a pool of subjects, like if there is English in one pool, and English, science, physics, chemistry and humanities in one pool, and the other pool consists of commerce, arts, economics, translation. There will be either there will be pools of specific subjects, or you can opt for any other subject if you like further. That will also be announced. Going further, in colleges, all the colleges will have subjects like theater, sports, translation, sociology, economics, music. Everything will be taught in colleges henceforth, and you can easily opt for them in your undergraduate course. Now, the undergraduate courses have also got changes. You can either opt for 3-year degree or a 4-year degree with research. Now, what is this case of the 4-year degree with research? In the 4th year, if you opt for the 4-year degree with research subject or undergraduate course, in the 4th year you will be given a rigorous project, and you have to comply with that rigorous project, and you have to further complete the project, and later you will be given a certificate based on that research as well as your marks in the previous school. Now, in case you have to drop out in between your undergraduate course, there will be no problem now. You will still get a certificate. Suppose you have to drop out after 1 year of your college. Then you will get a certificate for your as a certificate of completing a certification course. If you have to drop out, or say you have to take a break after 2 years of completing your college, then you will get a diploma certificate. If you have to, and then the 3rd year, automatically you will get the undergraduate certificate, or you can obviously opt for the 4th year plus research educational undergraduate course, and you can further go on with your studies. Now, suppose if you are studying, say, physics majors or bachelors in say philosophy. And if you want to side by side pursue psychology or culinary arts or any other subject simultaneously, you can still do that. You can opt for either distance learning course or online learning course and take both of the subjects simultaneously. And whatever scores you have gained in that extra subject or the simultaneous subject, their scores will also be aggregated or merged in your coming result, and a total result will be formed. For example, if I am pursuing a degree in science and I want to pursue a degree in cooking, then whatever marks I have scored in my science degree and whatever marks I have scored in my cooking degree, both of their marks will be merged and a final result will be given in my degree, the certificate which I receive later. Also, if you have to drop out in middle or take a break in middle, all your scores will be safe in ABC. Now, ABC is Academic Bank of Credit. This system is like a digital locker for your grades, and all your grades will be safe. And whenever you choose to finish your studies, you can easily opt for these grades or keep these grades and move further with your education. All these grades will be safe in this online locker and everything will be online. Schools and colleges will be enhanced further. Colleges like higher education colleges like IITs, prestigious institutions, will now have arts and humanities as their other subjects. And our government plans to inaugurate model public universities which are universities which will be par at IIMs and IITs. Model public universities or multidisciplinary education and research institutes or universities, which is MERUs, will be made or will be built sooner in the future. And all these universities, all these MERUs will be at par with IIM and IITs. And government also plans to pursue or to make higher education available in regional languages, in private as well as in public colleges. All these colleges will have regional languages as their learning method. Also, the top 100 universities, the universities which fall in the top 100 universities, and these universities are the foreign universities, will now have a chance to develop their campuses or their universities in India. And that will form a major transition in the educational sector, because all our students go abroad for these universities, and now all these universities will be in India. Now, vocational courses are courses which require practical skill sets. They teach you practical skill sets, will now be available in schools as well as colleges. And by 2025, 50% of student bases will have vocational courses in their skill sets. It is a fantastic plan. Also, coding will be taught in the class of 6th standard soon, and this is a fantastic plan if it is implemented properly, and we are excited to see what's the future for our coming generation. Thank you for watching.